What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 18, season 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
Why do you never say, and it's a small little thing, but you always say episode blank, season 4.
Yeah, so I know it annoys you.
It's just throw the of right in the middle. Season or episode 18 of season 4.
I feel like it's a mouthful. I feel like you just
It's
rolled off the tongue.
2 letters, Chad.
I don't like
2.
Those 2 letters make all the difference, Justin.
Take it away.
Anyway, this is Raw.
Yeah, this is the night after Backlash,
Yeah.
Chad. A huge show, Chad. A huge...
Alex Wright beat Brock Lesnar clean.
He did.
First time that's happened.
He did. Brock Lesnar's first ever clean pinfall loss.
That's wild.
Ever.
And
then he ran away with the title.
now he's gone.
Now he's gone. Will we find out tonight?
We'll find out.
Where he's at. We're at Madison Square Garden, a big show tonight. Let's get into it, Chad.
Well, big show's on my show tonight.
We start off with a pre-show of talent that are talent.
They are indeed talent.
It's a battle royal featuring guys like Alex Shelley, Johnny Curtis, Harry Smith,
Gabriel Burton,
Lance Ross is out there, Luis Jardine.
Ooh,
These are just...
For some reason, I thought you were going to say Louis Spicoli. I was like waiting for it.
These are just a lot of guys from my developmental, and I want to see if they can get a good match in a 60.
You got a 60.
Johnny Curtis won the Battle Royal, eliminating Lance Ross last. He also got the most eliminations here in this Battle Royal here in front of 16,000 people at Madison Square Garden. We move on to our next pre-show match. Matt Morgan dominating Chaz Warrington here, John.
Oh.
Fresh off getting fired, Chaz Warrington needed some dollars, and I gave it to him. And he loses to Matt Morgan here in 428 with the Matt Morgan drop. What's interesting about this, Dred?
No, nothing. Did you say he's used a one-night
It's a one-night deal.
Okay, all right.
Is that what was interesting? I wanted to know your thought process.
He got fired for drugs, so that's why I was like, interesting. That's a nice way to rewrite your Stone Cold image.
We have a rematch, Chad, from Backlash. It's the European Championship on the line. I didn't put it on the line, actually. It's Fig and Daivari.
Yeah.
And Fig does it again, gets the win. He is the European champion. And then Chad Collier comes out, and he makes a statement. He makes a claim. He wants the title.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Big Rig Fig. You've been riding the momentum over a loss. I've never seen somebody benefit after losing so much in my life. Man, the conspiracy of Collier continues, but this is actually a good thing. Because here's the thing. I can now have a little bit of power in my hands. You see, Big Rig Fig, I know how prideful you are, how stubborn you are, and how stupid you are. So if you're looking to rewrite WrestleMania, if you're willing to finally shut up Chad Collier, then how about you put that belt on the line against me, and I'll beat your ass for a second time in a row and become once again European champion, the king of Europe.
You don't have a limited promo time. It's the pre-show, brother. You got to make it short and sweet here on the pre-show here on Monday night. Yeah, it was 34 minutes, Chad.
That was 34 minutes?
Yeah, look right there. 3.
Time flies.
Right there.
Those are seconds.
3-4, right there.
Those are seconds.
We move on. Our last pre-show match of the night, Kishi defeating Justin Winston in 9:19. Chad. We start off Monday Night Raw with the recap of what happened, a short little recap of what happened at Backlash, and it ends in Alex Wright leaving the crowd with Jerry Seinfeld, a la CM Punk in 2011 at Money in the Bank in Chicago. He leaves through the crowd with the WWE Championship. What is now in store for this championship? And we find out, we kind of find out tonight because Vince McMahon comes out, Chad.
Ooh.
Vince McMahon is pissed off. He's not happy that Alex Wright left with the WWE Championship. And he's nowhere to be seen. He's not here tonight. We found out at Backlash that he's filming more Seinfeld. Who knows how long he'll be gone? I have no idea. You don't have any idea. Jerry has no idea. What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Shout out to the B movie. Can't believe a bee came in and stole that man's wife.
Yeah. You wanted some honey.
That just means, look, man, everyone has a shot with anybody, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot your shot, Chad, because if a bee can hit
If you're a bee and you want to rack up a honey, listen.
And if you're a D like Chad, you can get a honey too.
I'm a D?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
In ratings.
Oh. That was mean.
Vince is like, what the fuck? Where's my title? Alex Wright. Don't make me come down to that Hollywood and down to the
Or
set.
like Alex wrong.
Brock Lesnar comes out flanked by Future Shock, Chad. They're back together.
Yeah, boys are back.
Their boys are back, and Brock grabs the mic as Tyson's about to talk. He's like, Vince, I'm just as pissed as you are. That's my fucking title, and you know it. Give me my title. And Vince is like, we have no idea. I have no idea what the hell's going on. All I can do is give you the interim championship. All right, that's all I can do. I can't give you the real thing, but I can award you the WWE World Heavyweight Championship interim belt.
Okay.
And he's about to do it, Chad. And new music hits.
Ooh, new music.
New music hits. And the lights come off. That was the lights turning off.
Okay.
And then someone's in the ring with Vince. And then the spotlight shines. It's Psychosis.
Oh, Psychosis.
It's Psychosis. And he roundhouse kicks Vince McMahon. And he takes the interim championship away.
Hell yeah. It's huge. Psychosis versus Brock, potentially?
We move on. We start off Monday Night Raw with a big match here. Lita taking on Yuki Miyazaki. And in a decent reaction-based match with good wrestling. Don't listen to the crowd heat here. Lita taps out Miyazaki in 13:48 with the regal stretch. They have great chemistry here, Trent. Yeah. They had a good little match here. Good little match. After the match, Chyna starts yelling at JBL and Lita. Okay. She's mad that Lita hurt her in the match. You know, but last night at Backlash, she got a bad jaw. She couldn't reward Scott Steiner, she said.
Oh no.
And the big bad booty daddy is not happy. No. And Chyna says, Jibble, you better get in that ring because my honey's going to whoop your ass. And we get John Bradshaw Layfield versus Scott Steiner next, man.
Huge.
What a match. What a match it was until Lita distracts the referee and JBL rolls up Scott Steiner and pins him with a power bomb.
Damn.
What a rascal.
He power bombed him and then rolled him up?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Scott Steiner no-sold it.
He no-sold. Goddamn right he did.
What the fuck you mean you're not going to blow me, Chyna? That's what he said last night. Okay, that was inappropriate, guys. Let's just move on, Chad. Backstage. The Bashams come into Bryan Danielson and Dean Malenko's locker room, and they're about to say, what a match. And Bryan's like, shut up.
Shut up.
I'm talking that.
Oh. Justin threw his penny.
Yeah, sorry. They come in there to give him like a high five or a handshake, and Dean Malenko just interrupts him. They don't say shut up. They're not mean. And they handshake the Bashams, nice. Right? Doug Basham is sporting a shoulder injury now.
Okay.
And Danny Basham's like, look, it was what a match it was. And Danielson's like, yeah, what a match it was. I'd love to take you on tonight. I'd love to give you guys another rematch because you guys were pretty good. And Doug's like, oh, fuck, I wish I could. You know, I really wish I could. But this shoulder, Dean, you really chopped my shoulder up. And this is where Christian Cage comes in.
Interesting.
And Christian's like, Danny, can't help but over here in the locker room. You guys wanted a rematch. And Doug, I see you have a shoulder problem, and it seems like both of our tag team partners are injured.
Does seem like that.
And you know what? Maybe I can be Doug Basham for a night, you know? And Danny's like, the fuck you talking, Christian? You were an asshole. Edge pants Doug 2 weeks ago. Like, what do you? I don't want to team with you. And Bryan Danielson's like, you know what? No, do it, Danny. Come on. When's the next time you guys are going to be in the ring with two mat technicians like myself and Dean?
Yeah, when's the next time?
And so we get Danny and Christian Cage against Bryan Danielson and Dean Malenko, Chad.
Oh, yeah.
And that's up next. What a tag team match this was. No, that's not up next. Because we get a recap of what happened last night. Paul London and Ace Steel. What a match it was, Chad.
What a match it was.
And Paul London's in the match tonight.
Nice.
And he's taking on Teddy Hart,
Nice.
who also lost to the pay-per-view.
And he lost again.
He lost. Oh, he did lose again. Whoopsie. It doesn't matter. Paul London wins in 14:49 with the London Calling. Nice. Big win for Paul London, a 62. Teddy, 80.
Yeah.
He's also a piece of shit, and that's why I don't want to book him. So we move on backstage. Kevin Kelly is
Check out his new documentary.
asking Mark Henry. Mark, I know we should be talking about your dominant performance at Backlash, but I have to ask you, after what just happened on in the middle of the ring earlier tonight, what is going through your mind that another man has jumped you, it seems like, in the title rankings, and what's going on? And Mark Henry grabs Kevin Kelly, both hands, throws him on the wall, and says, I'm sick and tired of being disrespected. And if I got to make a statement, I got to make a statement. And he world strong slams Kevin Kelly in the locker room.
Kevin Kelly.
Kills him. He's dead. R.I.P. Kevin Kelly. Wow. We move on. We get that tag match here. And Danny Basham and Christian Cage work so well together. They get the win, Chad.
Wow.
Christian Cage pinning Bryan Danielson.
Huge.
I had to delete a segment here because I ran out of time. We somehow have a camera in Edge's house, and he's sad.
He's sad.
That Christian Cage and Danny Basham
are teaming together
and beat the guys they couldn't beat.
Is Edge and Doug Basham going to team together next?
We don't know. Well, Edge has got a broken foot. He's out for 2 more months.
Yeah, fair.
We move on, Chad. Sean Morley defeating Steve Blackman in our co-main.
Huge. That's a hell of a co-main.
Sean Morley. What a match Sean Morley had.
Match.
After the fact, didn't mean to spoil this. He grabs the microphone. He says, I've been all over the world. I've done it all. I've seen the ladies. I've seen the men. And now it's time to, put my stripping past behind me and actually focus on the real thing that matters. Championship gold. And, I was considered a joke when I was here 3 years ago. I was considered a bigger joke when I went to WCW. I really thought that was going to launch my career, and God help me, it didn't. But now I'm back. I'm a changed man. I have a wife. I have a kid.
All right.
I have a dog. His name's Whisker.
Whisker?
And, I got to put food on my table. And you know what puts food on the table?
Cooking.
Being a fucking top superstar.
Oh.
And there's not another big other top superstar that I would want to face and call out than Triple H, the IC champion. And Triple H comes out, says, "Who are you?" and then leaves.
I'm sorry, who are you? I don't give a fuck about you or your dog.
I'll
pedigree your dog.
And I forgot to book an angle. This angle, forgot to book it. Future Shock barge into Vince's the doctor's office at this point because Vince has just come to, and Vince says, "Fuck it, well, I want you guys to take out that Psychosis kid tonight." And we get Randy Orton Psychosis in our main event tonight, Chad.
Main event.
And that is up next, and Psychosis gets fucking hurt.
Damn, how bad?
Psychosis wins in 2019 with a guillotine leg drop.
You have to change the match result, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but this Raw's gonna suck now.
Yeah, you're right.
Next segment, yeah. Oh, God.
Floating bone chips.
And then after the fact, Psychosis grabs the mic. He's limping. He's like, I see I've done it. I'm a former world champion. I've wrestled more than one match in the last 8-9 months. And I walk in here and I beat former Intercontinental Champion Randy Orton. This is a statement. This is a direct warning to everyone in this Raw locker room. Whenever this interim WWF champion becomes announced, I'm winning it. I don't care who I have to go through. I don't care if I have to beat Mark Henry, Stasiak. I will beat anybody in that locker room. I just beat Orton. I can beat you too, Brock. Chad Collier, fuck you. I can beat anybody. Scott Steiner, I know you're running around here. I want anybody in this Raw locker room. I will become interim WWE champion as he raises the championship he stole, and then he drops it, stomps on it, and walks out of the ring.
Damn.
God, that sucks. Yeah, that'll do it. You get an injury on your main event, that'll fuck you.
That'll do it.
That'll fuck you.
That'll do it.
Well, Just SmackDown's just gonna have to be really good this week. What do you think about Psychosis here, Chad? Interim WWE Championship. Who's gonna be?
Now he's the injured WWE.
No, he's not even. He's technically not the champion right now. Yeah. He only took the belt off of Vince after he House of Black kicked him or whatever.
I love me some Psychosis or some Psychosis. So anytime Psychosis is involved, I'm a big fan.
Who do you think's gonna become?
I think Brock beats him.
Who do you think's? What's gonna? I don't even know how that match is gonna. Is it gonna be a tournament? Is it just gonna be Psychosis? He called out Stacey. He called out Scott Steiner and Chad. Yeah, sure. Is it gonna be a tournament? I don't know.
It's a tournament.
How are we gonna decide who the WWE interim champion is?
King of the Ring coming up yet?
I forgot to mention that King of the Ring is canceled this year. See him.
Oh. All right. We are here at Nitro. Now, Justin, normally I would, when something happens unfortunate to you, like you get an injury and you have a bad brawl, I would confidently say, I think I'm going to beat you. However, Justin, I would wager that you might still have the better show this week.
Yeah, probably.
We'll have to see. I went with storylines this week, fueling storylines. So my main event, I don't know if it's going to be good, but I did a thing, and we're just going to ride with it.
Oh, yeah?
Are you intrigued?
Sure.
All right, no one look. We're just going to jump right in, and we're going to start off with a video package. It says, basically, it's a video package, and it looks like, you know when people find footage films, right?
Who the fuck's
So
this guy?
someone. It shows like it looks like film that was from like someone's like home video camera, right?
Well, we're in 2002, so it'd probably be just recent footage at that point.
Yeah, it would look like it looks like the date on the film is like 1999. It's from like the date of like the home video, right? Yeah. And it shows this up and coming professional wrestler named Chris Parks.
Okay.
And it shows him wrestling at some like little indie show, and everyone's impressed by this big Chris Parks. He shows up, he's wearing like jeans and a shirt, and he's just wrestling. And then after the video pack, after he wins his match, he basically cuts a promo and he says, "Everyone mark my words, you will all know the name of Chris Parks."
Okay.
And that's all the video says. Which is a weird video of a guy who the fans will recognize based on like the voice. This guy sounds like Abyss.
Did Abyss talk?
Well, Abyss said very few words, but Abyss did talk.
3 words?
I think it's.
They would know him by his body.
True. Yes, his body. Like you can tell, like this is Abyss without his mask.
Sorry, I'm just.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, this was Abyss. And next, we've got a tag team match. We've got Redacted versus the FBI. And then
maybe I'm not
poor pre-show bout. The FBI defeated Redacted when Little Guido submitted Alfred Snow with a Sicilian crab. Yeah, this is the pre-show.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And then our pre-show main event, Low Key versus Johnny B. Bad. And a pre-show bout, Low Key defeated Johnny B. Bad by pinfall.
Remember when Mark Miro and WWF had a run for me in the King of the Ring?
Yep. Now he's Johnny B. Bad.
and he's bad.
And he's bad. He beat Bad. All right. We start off, Justin, in the ring. We've got the newly won tag team champions, Hulk Hogan and Chase Tatum. And Hulk Hogan says, "I just want to welcome all of our immortal maniacs to Monday Nitro, brother." And everyone's excited. And he says, "Now, of course, last night, this Sunday at the pay-per-view, me and Chase Tatum won the tag team championships. And I promised, brother, something revolutionary, something great. And so for the first time ever, here in this ring, I am proud to bring all of you the first episode of Chasing Tatum, brother. A reality dating competition unlike any other. You can take the Bachelor, brother, and you can send that down to do the 1, 2, 3, because this right here is the true main event of dating shows. This is my best friend, Chase Tatum, looking to add not only not looking to add to his big championship win by getting some arm candy, brother. Chase Tatum is looking for love, and me, Hulk Hogan, I'm gonna help him find it. Everybody, please, I give you the first episode of Chasing Tatum, brother." And we go to the screen and we see this beautiful house, right? It's like a lovely mansion off of like a beach. It's a beautiful setting. And we see Chase Tatum wearing a suit, and he says, "Hi, my name is Chase Tatum. And it shows like a quick montage of his pro wrestling career, his time in NXT, being the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. We don't have the footage for any of his WWF run. So instead, they're pasting together clips of Chase Tatum and Scott Steiner from back in the day hanging out together, just like video like thrown together. And then we see him coming to WCW and teaming with Hulk. It's like a little montage helping us meet Chase Tatum.
Yeah.
He says, I've done it all in my short time in wrestling. It shows him winning World War III and main eventing Starrcade.
That's all.
He said, and then it shows him winning the tag team championships. Right, it shows like a big of all his accomplishments. He's like, I've done a lot in my time as a professional wrestler.
I got popped for drugs.
But there's one thing I haven't done yet, and that's find love. I'm nervous. I'm excited. And then we meet our ladies in the Chasing Tatum tournament. We see, of course, Rain. We see Sable. We see Jacqueline. We see Jacqueline Moore. We see Takako Ino. We see Daphne, and we see Jasmine St. Clair. All these women vying for the love of Chase Tatum.
This is a slap in the face to Takako. Absolutely.
Mainly because I needed people to wrestle. Takako Ino can't wrestle. Or can wrestle. Out of everyone who can wrestle, I got Jacqueline, Takako, and Daphne.
So only 3 of them are wrestling?
Well, just for this one little segment, maybe. Listen, we got a long competition ahead of us. But this is us meeting the contestants. Each woman comes out. And Justin, have you ever seen The Bachelor?
No.
Okay, so like anyone who's seen The Bachelor, like some women have like little gimmicks when they come out, right?
Trisha's got bombos, and you didn't bring her in.
Yeah, well, Trish Stratus isn't going to lower herself to a dating show. She's
but the pure wrestler Takako Inu will.
Yeah, she can. And they all just introduce themselves to Chase Tatum. Rain shows the giant Playboy cutout that she was on to Chase Tatum. And Hulk Hogan says, "Hey, brother, listen, I know we haven't met any of the other women yet, but I think she might be the..." She's not. She's 20 now.
Oh!
It's been 2 years. She's 20 now.
Right.
I looked. Hulk says, "Listen, brother, I think she might be the front runner, Jack. I know we haven't met any other women yet, but I mean, listen, brother." And then, we meet Sable, and Sable, of course, is always hot. Jacqueline Moore, and then we meet
Sunny.
We meet Jasmine. We have Jasmine St. Cloud here, and and Jasmine St. Clair. I might change it into Cloud. We've never seen her before. She said, "Yeah, I applied to WCW as soon as I found out about this competition because I am in love with Chase Tatum. I mean, look at him. How could you not be? He's a specimen of a man." So Justin, we meet Daphne, and Daphne gets out, and Daphne pulls up Justin in a giant bent up, dented up pickup truck, blaring like hard, heavy rock music. And she comes out, and Chase says, "Hey, nice to meet you." And Daphne just looks right at Chase Tatum, and she says, "I'm gonna win this tournament, and I don't care what any of these bitches say." And she like bulldozes her way through the house. And all these women are meeting, but Justin, we have our first disagreement in the house because Daphne, Takako Ino, and Jacqueline Moore all talk about who would be a pairing deserving of a champion. And she says, "Listen, they basically say the 3 of them are the only true wrestlers in this tournament, so they should be the ones who are competing for Chase Tatum," which turns into a giant disagreement, resulting in a house fight, Justin. There is a fight in the house between these 3 women, but Daphne defeated Jacqueline Moore and Takako Ino, and Daphne tapped out Jacqueline Moore. And while this fight's going on, Chase Tatum and Hulk Hogan, they're trying, like, Hulk Hogan is, like, trying to break up the fight, like, ladies, there's going to be lots of time to fight for your love, brother. And Chase Tatum, he's excited. He's like, "Oh, man, this is already a fight in the first day of the house. Like, what could happen? This is crazy, Justin." And that was the first episode of Chasing Tatum, and ends in a giant brawl.
Who gets eliminated?
No one's eliminated yet.
This is the pilot?
This is just the pilot.
Episode 2. Someone better get that fucking shit can.
And we continue Samoa Joe's world tour. He said, "This is my last day in Japan, and I'm looking at
the New Japan Alliance,
and I'm getting into one final fight before I leave." And El Samurai steps up, Justin. And Samoa Joe beats him
Of course he
in
does.
a
Why
93
would he
match with an
not?
Avalanche Island driver. We come out in the ring. CM Punk is here with Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Saturn. CM Punk comes out and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is CM Punk and this is my cult of personality." He says, and for those of you who may not remember what we're all about, we are about erasing the toxicity and the poison of professional wrestling. What?
You almost said a different word.
No, I didn't. I said erasing or eradicating.
You said Ray. I'm like, ooh,
Oh.
ooh, that's not a good
I meant to say, I was going to say raising at first, and I said raising's not the word.
Really thought you were
And then
erasing.
I was trying to do like erasing and like raising at the same time, but
all about
we're trying to erase toxicity and the poison from professional wrestling. And I have before you three men who are shining examples of men who have changed their lives around for the cult of personality. Now, you look over at Nash and Hall, they're here begrudgingly, but they lost last week, thus proving that their career trajectory was going downhill, but now they have the opportunity to really make a name for themselves. And Kevin Nash is about to say something, but Punk says, "Please, Kevin, no, we don't need to worry about what you have to say right now. We need actions speak louder than words, and we need to show that your willingness to change and your willingness to do better." And so that's why, to give my new disciples, Hall and Nash, their first opportunity to show how the cult of personality has helped them, I have a tag team match that they're both going to compete in tonight.
I hope that the longer they don't drink, the less healthy they get.
Nash and Hall are just
And they're in the
miserable.
hospital at one point. I was like, "What's going on, guys?"
And we've got a tag team match, the Outsiders versus the Hollies. And in a decent match, the Outsiders defeated Hollies when Scott Hall pinned Crash Holly with a Razor's Edge.
All right.
So, there's that. And our next segment, Trish Stratus is, Debbie Malenko is in catering, enjoying the feast of a champion. She says, listen, I knew that they were doing a bunch of women in the Chasing Tatum spot today, and let's be honest, I mean, Trish Stratus lost at the pay-per-view, and there really is no other woman better than me, so I'm just going to sit here, enjoy my food, and then maybe I'll go home and leave a little early today. And while she's eating, Trish Stratus finds her in catering, shoves her face into the food, and starts brawling with her.
Oh, that's what a heel thing
There's
to do.
a brawl in catering. Well, Debbie Malenko cheated to win, so her match last week, Luna Vachon got involved. So, but yeah, Trish Stratus fights her in catering.
Okay.
We got a segment. Bret Hart is in the ring and he's talking about Clash of Champions. He says, Clash of Champions is a special night because it's the night where every single championship in WCW is on the line, and we got a lot of championships in WCW.
Yes. Yeah, you fucking do.
But who is going to be my opponent for Clash of Champions? And he's interrupted by Devon Dudley, who comes to the ring with Stacy Keibler at his side, and he says, Bret,
What of a kind? Oh, that's not Devon. Sorry.
Bret, I've come out tonight to challenge you to a match at Clash of Champions. Oh. I lost my tag team championships last week, but I wasn't the one who got pinned. It was Bubba. All right, and I love Bubba Ray Dudley. I love Bubba. Bubba's my friend. This isn't what this is about. This is about what's going to benefit my career. What is the best career move for Devon Dudley? And listen, Stacy Keibler, she's opened my eyes and she's made me realize that I am wasting my potential. I'm capable of so much more, and I need to take advantage of my own opportunity. Bret, you were part of the legendary group known as with the other Hart family.
What's the name?
That was the Hart family.
Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation. So, we don't own the rights to the Hart Foundation, so it's the Hart family now.
You don't own Bret Hart's rights either, but you use his name.
He says, Bret, well, I think Bret Hart's his name, so.
Not in my house.
But Bret
Sharp.
Bret, you were part of that group, and what happened? You realized you were capable of more, so you shined away, and now you're one of the biggest stars in the industry. Bret, I am challenging you right now for an opportunity to make a name for myself and to prove that I'm capable of so much more. I want a championship match at Clash of Champions. You versus me. And Bret's like, Devon, I admire your confidence in yourself, and I admire your willingness to come out here and challenge me. And listen, Devon, as much as I want to say yes, I need to see more. So I'll tell you what, Devon, if you can win your match tonight, I will give you a championship match at Clash of Champions. But if you want to hang with a world champion, then you need to show me that you can beat a former world champion. And that's why tonight, Devon, you are going to go one-on-one against one of the men that I beat last night. You are going to face off against Shawn Michaels tonight in the main event. And if you can beat Shawn Michaels, I will give you a match against me at Clash of Champions.
There you go.
And Devon said, Brett, I'll do you one better. I'll fight Shawn Michaels, I'll beat him, and I'll do it by myself. Stacy Keibler, Bubba Ray, they'll hang out in the back. I can beat Shawn on my own, and I'll prove it tonight. So, Justin, Devon versus Shawn Michaels in the main event. Jericho comes down to the ring, and he's mad as hell. He said, first of all, Devon Dudley has an opportunity to wrestle.
I'm on Jericho's side.
But not me. Listen, and he's wrestling Shawn Michaels.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, listen, I am all for opportunity. But why aren't I in that main event tonight? Why don't I have an opportunity to wrestle for a shot one-on-one against Bret Hart at Clash of Champions? Have we forgotten my resume here in WCW? Multiple-time tag team champion, TV champion, U.S. champion, cruiserweight champion, multiple-time world champion. He's been a cruiserweight champion. Way back in the day. Multiple-time world champion.
Well, I don't know if it counted in this.
I think I made him cruiserweight champion in this game. I've held every championship there is. I was one of the best tag team champions of all time with 2 different teams. Have we forgotten Masters of 1,004 Holds? Have we forgotten Best of the Best? I am the best of the best. I've been the face of this company for years. I've beaten everybody this company has to offer, and every time this company decides to debut a flashy new toy, I'm the guy they put in there because they know there's no better measuring stick of a professional wrestler than me. I make everyone I'm in the ring with great, and I make everyone in this ring look like a superstar, even though they may not be. And that's why, out of all the stars I've wrestled, I'm always the one who is able to stay on top because nobody can handle me in this ring. I can out-wrestle anyone, and the fact that I'm not wrestling for the World Championship is absolutely ridiculous. And then, Justin, he's cut off by Ken Anderson, Chuck Palumbo, and Dave Bautista.
Oh.
And they come down to the ring, and Chris Jericho, he says, I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever met before. Who are you guys? And Ken Anderson says, Chris, you're looking at the future of professional wrestling. You're looking at the Wild Boys. May I have to go further on into our introductions? We've got the Tough Enough winner, Chuck Palumbo. We've got a man who has dominated since he's came here, including last night, beating Taz, Dave Bautista. And we've got me, who Chris, if we're looking at abilities between you and I, you may be a hell of a wrestler, but this microphone in my hand, you can't go 2 minutes in the ring against me with this microphone. I am the future. And Jericho says, Ken Anderson, the only reason why people even know who you are is because you hang around with Batista and Chuck Palumbo. Ken, you're immensely overrated. Chuck Palumbo, you've done nothing since winning Tough Enough. And Dave Bautista, you'd be a lot better off if you stopped hanging around with these dorks and started proving why you are pound for pound the best man in this group. And Batista, I'd even wager the future of this industry. However, you guys don't get to make a name off of Chris Jericho today because I've done that enough for this company. I'm going to focus on what's more important, and that's getting back in this world championship hunt. Because let me tell you something, Bret the Hitman Hart, I'm coming for that belt. Now, if you 3 would get out of my way so I can go challenge Bret myself. And as he's getting ready to go to the ring, he's attacked behind from Batista, and the Wild Boys, Justin, they beat down Chris Jericho.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And that's that segment.
Oh, okay.
We're backstage, Shawn Michaels with the Hardcore Championship and Kip James. They go, Shawn, tonight you are going one-on-one against Devon Dudley tonight. Now, what are your thoughts about this match, this main event? And Shawn's like, what's my thoughts on this main event? First of all, let me just take you a couple steps back here, all right? I'm a champion. I'm the hardcore champion. I won it 2 weeks ago, which was supposed to be a punishment. I won it. which proves that there's no better hardcore legend than Shawn Michaels. I mean, when you talk about the history of hardcore wrestling, I mean, easily Terry Funk and Shawn Michaels. I mean, I'm right there, all right? And now I'm challenging Devon Dudley to a match tonight, a man who came from the land of extreme. But it's going to take more than a couple tables and a plucky attitude to beat Shawn Michaels. Devon Dudley, you want to become a star? Well, guess what? You're in the ring with the Star Maker tonight, and I hope you're able to win. But let's be honest, you won't be able to, because I am Mr. 5-star match. I am the main event. I'm Mr. Starcade. Devon, you're nothing more than a very talented tag team wrestler, and tonight we will prove that. I hope you enjoy the main event tonight, Devon. It's the one and only time you'll ever be in the ring with the hardcore legend himself, Shawn Michaels.
What a fucking fall. This is Kanye levels of fall from grace.
Whoa! I don't think that's true at all.
The greatest to do it is fucking the hardcore legend.
He's the hardcore legend, Shawn Michaels.
He hasn't done a hardcore match.
He's the hardcore champion.
That doesn't mean he did a match.
That's why it's a heelish, Justin. He's a heel.
Yeah, Kanye's a heel too.
No,
He's
don't you dare compare Shawn Michaels to Kanye West.
No, not character-wise, but the fall from grace, yes.
No, absolutely not. Next segment. I don't remember why I booked this. I think it was just Bubba Ray telling Devon. So I thought I scrapped this for time because this was going to be Bubba telling Devon, hey, good luck tonight, and you don't need my help. I won't be here tonight, but I thought I cut it, so that's why I said Devon was. But that's what this is. It was just Bubba wishing his friend good luck and said, don't worry, I won't be there tonight like you want, but you don't need my help. You got this. And even though I think you should be focusing on the tag team championships, you're my best friend, and I've got your back. Yeah. So then Bret Hart is at ringside, and Devon Dudley is preparing for his big upcoming match, which is now. And in the main event, we got Devon Dudley versus Shawn Michaels. And in a super match, Devon Dudley defeated Shawn Michaels in 1957 with a fast roll-up. During the match, we had Kip James running and attack Devon.
A roll-up?
Yeah. He rolled up Shawn Michaels.
Couldn't even win with cleanly?
Beat him up with a roll-up.
That's not a clean win.
I think the
fast roll-up too.
Yeah.
Is especially heelish.
It was the fast roll-up. He got him with the 1, 2, 3 after following an interference from Kip James.
So Kip James attacked Devon, and Devon still won with a roll-up?
Yeah. Devon Dudley is the number 1 contender and will face Bret Hart at Clash of Champions, Justin. And we get a 92.
Yeah.
As it stands right now.
It will not stand for much longer.
Well, you never know.
Injuries could happen. Are you hoping for an injury again?
I would never hope for an injury.
Okay, then you're not winning this week.
But you never know. We could. But either way, Justin, the main event for Clash of Champions is set. It will be Devon Dudley taking on Bret Hart.
In terms of freshness, that's cool. Like it. In terms of how good that's going to do, it's going to be one of the worst main events you've ran in a while.
And that's okay. It's all about stories, Justin. It's the stories. And I think this is a good story.
I guess so.
So, besides, we still have The Rock, and who knows? The Rock is
just said that a main event. You have it
it's
on
one
live
of
on
it's
tape.
one of the 2 main events. It's one of the 2 main events.
He's got it on tape. Yeah,
it's one of the 2 main events. WWE has 7 main events in a pay-per-view. So
I will tell you which one's the main event.
Yeah, and this is one of our main events.
So it's not going on live.
It's Nitro's main event. That doesn't mean it's
the fucking recording.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant to click. And we are here with Thunder.
Start off with that. What? We're gonna start off with you saying, "That's what I meant to click."
Oh no, that's not what I hit.
Nope.
No, that's not what I said.
Start the show.
Okay, that's not what I. Okay, whatever. And it is a pre-show bout. We had Lance Storm defeat.
And then you hit recording.
I don't think they heard that.
Recording, and then you said that's what I meant to click.
Regardless,
we should run it back.
That's fine. Regardless, I'm not mad. You threw me off my rhythm. But regardless, we got Great Sasuke versus Lance Storm, and Lance Storm defeated Great Sasuke with a Canadian Maple Leaf. So.
Who?
Lance Storm defeated Great Sasuke.
Maple Leafs?
With the Canadian Maple Leaf.
That's a hockey team.
True, and he used every hockey team player to beat Great Sasuke.
Which player?
Which player? I don't know their 2002 Canadian Maple Leaf roster.
You don't know the captain, Matt Sundin?
Nope.
What about Cujo, Curtis Joseph?
The St. Bernard who killed people?
Oh, man. You need to brush up on your 2002 Toronto Maple Leafs.
True. And while I'm doing that, we can watch this next pre-show match. And a decent match. Ken Shamrock, Matt Cross, and Lash LaRue defeated Abaddon, Dan Severn, and Chester Huey when Ken Shamrock defeated Dan Severn with an ankle lock.
Yeah, I'd rather watch fucking Maple Leaf action than this fucking shit show.
What? Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn and two...
Dan Severn was in this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, Dan Severn and two young guys versus Ken Shamrock and two young guys. So. And we start off, The Rock comes out, and he's got his Universal Championship, and he talks about Clash of Champions, a pay-per-view where every championship is on the line. And The Rock sees somebody raising their hands in the audience, and he says, "Yes, you!"
Is it going to be a battle royal to determine the number one?
It is not going to be a battle royal to determine the number one contender. No, tonight we are going to have a 5-man match, and the winner of that match will face The Rock for the People's Championship. And we see the 5 men competing in that match. We see Sting, we see Owen Hart, we see Steven Regal, we see Rey Mysterio, and we see Minoru Suzuki. All of these men have a claim to The Rock's championship. And tonight we see which one will face the most electrifying man in all of professional wrestling to a championship match. But we start off with our tag team match. We've got Roadhead taking on the world's greatest tag team. And about that, decent wrestling, but not much heat. World's greatest tag team defeated Roadhead in 11:32 when Charlie Haas submitted Thrasher with the Haas of Pain. After the fact, The Rock is backstage and he's confronted by Juventud Guerrera. And Juvi says, I see that you asked Ted DiBiase to book this big 5-way match to determine who's going to wrestle you. And I just want to say, Rock, I noticed that you have a lack of Juventud on this roster. And, Rock, I'm going to fill you in on a common trend that happens in this company. And that's that people sleep on and second guess Juventud Guerrera. But let me tell you, I'm a former world champion, multiple time tag team champion. I've done it all. And I just want to know, Rock, why I'm not in the opportunity to wrestle you for the world championship. Are you scared of Juventud Guerrera? And The Rock said, Hoovy, I'm not gonna lie to you, The Rock didn't even think to put you in the 5-way match. But let me tell you something.
The Rock the booker?
The Rock didn't. Well, The Rock asked for this 5-way match. He wants to fight the best. He said, Hoovy, let me tell you something. The Rock is not afraid to wrestle Juventud Guerrera. The Rock is not afraid to wrestle anybody on this roster. The Rock is more than happy to challenge you anytime, any place. But unfortunately for you, it will not be Clash of Champions. I'm sorry. Maybe next time, maybe next time you'll have an opportunity. But tonight, The Rock will be facing one of those 5 men. And Juventud says, well, you know what I think, Rock? And Rock says, it doesn't matter what you think. And he says, go down to the back, enjoy catering, it's free. And more importantly, since you're not wrestling the Hardys anymore for the tag titles, Hoovy, enjoy Clash of Champions from the back. I'll make sure I put on a hell of a match. And I'll tell you what I'll do, Hoovy. I'll dedicate my win to you. And then he walks away. And Hoovy's mad. But nonetheless, we've got another tag team match. We've got the new Cruiserweight champion, AJ Styles, and Eric Young taking on Shark Boy and Low D. And in a decent match, Shark Boy and Low D defeated AJ and Eric when Low D pinned Eric Young with an aerial brainbuster. And then challenges AJ Styles to a rematch of Clash of Champions. But Billy Kidman comes out, and Billy says, Lodi, listen.
Not so fast.
Listen, you lost to AJ Styles, and then you pinned Eric Young. So, I don't really see how you deserve a chance at AJ Styles, but I'll tell you what, Lodi, if you can overcome my challenge for you next week, I'll consider booking you and AJ in the rematch. And Lodi says, I'll beat anybody's ass you throw in me, Billy Kidman, because I'm not intimidated by you, and I will prove that I deserve to be Cruiserweight champion. And Billy says, well, I'm glad you feel that, because next week you're going to wrestle Shark Boy.
Okay.
And if you beat Shark Boy, you'll become the number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. But Shark Boy, if you beat AJ, or if you beat Low D, then I'll make you number 1 contender instead. So Justin, we get Low D versus Shark Boy next week. Nice. 2 friends squaring off.
Yeah, we do. They are friends.
Yes. And speaking of people who used to be friends, Shane Helms and Chris Candido. And Chris Candido has a one-on-one match against Chris Candido. And in his match, Chris Candido defeated Mike Awesome with a blonde bombshell. And after the match, Shane Helms comes out to the ring and starts fighting Chris Candido. He wants some payback on Chris Candido. He wants a rematch.
Okay.
And he beats up Chris Candido tonight to try to coax Chris Candido into accepting that match.
Okay.
And we've got a WCW World Tag Team Championship match. And in a decent match, the Hardy Boys defeat the Harris Brothers when Hardys make defense number 3 of the world title when Jeff Hardy pinned Don Harris with the Omega event.
The absolute state of the Thunder Tag Division is the fucking...
That's the only thing about breaking up Sweet Sensations, is it's like the only actual tag team that could like face the Hardys.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We need some building tag teams here.
Justin, Juventud Guerrera is with Ted DiBiase, and he says, Ted, something terrible's happening. I got to get your attention. And Ted's like, what is it? And he looks over, and Super Crazy and Juventud bring Ted DiBiase to the scene of an injured, beaten down, and bloodied Steven Regal. They go, we have no idea. We found him like this. He was just laying in a pool of his own blood. And Ted DiBiase, he's like, well, what am I supposed to do for the main event tonight? I promised a 5-man main event for the number 1 contendership. What am I going to do? And Hoovy says, Ted, I've got a solution for you. It's an easy one. You can replace Steven Regal with a former world champion, and you can do it right now. And Ted's like, what do you have in mind? And Hoovy's like, put me in the match. Let me have an opportunity. And Ted DiBiase, he says, you know what? The main event's coming up. I don't have time to think of anything else. So, Hoovy, you're in the match tonight. Oh no, the main event got a 79. And then about that superb wrestling in great heat, Juventud Guerrera defeated Minoru Suzuki, Owen Hart, Sting, and Rey Mysterio when Hoovy pinned Sting with a 450 splash.
Get a 79?
I don't know.
Go to dirt sheet. Let's find out. Go all the way to the bottom. Let's find out. Sting, Hoovy, Owen. Everyone's just got bad gimmicks and Sting's old.
Well, regardless, the number 1 contender is Juventud Guerrera, Justin. Rock Hoovy.
Yeah. See, my problem with these kind of matches is now 4 men take unnecessary losses here.
Well, I mean, technically in the game, game-wise, that's right, you know?
And then, that's why people aren't, they're stagnating with Pop, because it's always 50-50. Like, no one ever... And we'll talk off screen about it.
Yeah. But regardless, Juventud Guerrera versus Rock for the Universal Championship at Clash of Champions.
It's fresh, I guess.
It's fresh. 82. Well, that's not great.
I'm not left!
But Thunder never does great.
I'm not left!
Yeah, we could have probably done that main event a little bit better. Maybe instead of taking out Steven Regal, took Sting out instead.
Yeah, the one good
Injured
wrestler.
Sting out, put Steven Regal in there instead.
Probably.
There's a few things we could have done. I was thinking more of Regal being technically a babyface, like being
That's the only way you
beaten up by Juventud. Like I could have had him taking out Ray, but
yeah, Ray is pretty good though.
Yeah, right.
Ray was the only one who didn't get penalized in that match.
Right.
Ray and Suzuki.
Yeah, and Suzuki fucking demanded he be kept strong, otherwise he wasn't going to do the job.
That's another thing. You just get 5 talent just wrestling each other.
Yeah. So, but regardless, the 2 championship matches for Clash of Champions have been set. We've got Rock, Hoovy, and Devon Bret Hart for Clash of Champions. And we're here on SmackDown. Justin, you got to beat a 92.
Gotta beat in. Yeah.
You'll probably do it.
I'll beat Thunder.
Well, that's not an accomplishment.
Yeah. We now have SmackDown at the late end.
Yeah.
Because when we're booking, it just makes sense for my knees and Chad's knees to not get up and move.
Yeah.
So we book Raw, and then we book Nitro, then we book Thunder, and then we book SmackDown.
Yeah.
So 2 straight.
Something new that we just started doing, but we ended up liking it a lot better.
So Thunder's running on Thursdays, you can see in the top left, and Fridays are SmackDown. So let's get into a big SmackDown, Chad. We are now 4 weeks away from the pay-per-view, which is Vengeance.
The SmackDown pay-per-view, right?
Yes. God, I don't know the I don't want to look it up either.
Pretty sure it's Vengeance.
It might be Vengeance.
Vengeance sounds right.
I'm gonna fucking. I have to look real quick. It's gonna bug me. Don't look. Just look at my poor. Don't look. You don't look.
I'm not looking. I'm enjoying.
It's Vengeance.
The people are enjoying your screensaver of a lovely golf course. Which course is that, Justin?
It's Pebble Beach, hole 8, hole 7, the iconic hole 7.
Nice.
Come on now, Chad. That's one of the most iconic holes of all time.
Well, was going to say something that would have been funny, but would have been inappropriate.
What were you going to say?
I would have been like, that's my wife. One of my ex-wife's most famous holes in the world. I told you it wasn't. It was a funny but inappropriate joke. All right, Kane versus La Parka.
That's one of the most inappropriate things I've ever heard you say. Your wife's...
My ex-wife.
Your ex-wife is the most famous hole in existence.
Impossible.
Everyone's played her.
Let's move on.
Everyone's hit their ball in that hole.
Let's move on.
Is that what you're saying?
It's tea time. Let's move on.
Oh, man. I put mine in the bunker with her.
Oh, no.
Joking.
Oh, no. In the sand.
In this... Look how wet it is.
Shut up. Run your show. Kane versus La Parka. Thank God only 7 people watch us.
Oh, no. Kane beats La Parka here.
Nice. Good for Kane.
King I Kid defeats Jamie Noble in the pre-show as well.
Pre-show?
Good pre-show here.
He's a comedy wrestler now.
Yes. And then Cornette on the pre-show. I'm flustered right now. I'm thinking of...
Didn't mean to fluster you.
They're not here tonight. Fuck it. We start tonight. Remember last week we have no idea what's going on for the new number 1 contender now.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Taker or Mick Foley defeat Mystico last week. We saw, John Cena, Kid Cash. We saw that big 6-man of all these guys vying to be the one to take on Undertaker.
True.
And there were 2 men in that promo that weren't in a match last week, and that is the Latin Lover. And Jeff Jarrett. JJ and LL.
Nice.
So they are in the main event tonight in a one-on-one singles match. Wow. Are you excited for it?
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Where Eric Bischoff's just trying to be like a college coach and try to see who will be the number 1 quarterback on the depth chart when it comes to vengeance. Who will be that number 1 guy to take on Undertaker? Yeah. I could be like you and just throw them all in one match.
Could.
And just say, you know what? The other 4 guys, you don't need to do anything this month.
You could. They'll do something. Fighting for the world title.
We move on. We start off. Eric Bischoff is in his locker room, his office, and Shinya Hashimoto walks in, Chad, the newest SmackDown signee.
Oh, nice.
He is here from New Japan. He is sick and tired of being disrespected and underbooked over there, and he's here. And Eric Bischoff shakes his hand and says, "Welcome to the A Show."
Welcome to the A Show.
And Eric tells him that he's got a match tonight.
Ooh, tonight.
Tonight, Chad. We move on. We start off with their opening match, though. It's Caprice Coleman and Chris Sabin, a cruiserweight showcase here. Former light heavyweight champion Chris Sabin losing to Caprice Coleman here to start off the show. Boston Crab making Chris Sabin tap out 15-21 in front of 12,000 people here in the new arena at Seattle Center. We immediately go backstage. We have the family. They're sharpening the contrast between how these 4 sit around and the gentlemen's club sit around. These guys are in a dark, dim,
no women here,
lion's lair. And then the gentlemen's club are just
no strippers and drinks here.
They're downtown in Whiskey Row.
Although, to be honest, maybe they should be more like the gentlemen's club because these guys have not had they've been getting hurt.
Yes.
Maybe they should be a little bit more fun.
Maybe they should be, but none of these faces say fun.
That's fair.
We move on. Kid Cash slams into Eric Bischoff's door. And Eric Bischoff is every week, he's just trying to watch Thunder, his old show, and everyone just interrupts him. Yeah. And he's always got to close it because he can't show Thunder on SmackDown. Yep. So he's always... And Kid Cash, there's 2 things he says. He says last week was bullshit that he lost to John Cena. All right, he wants another match. He doesn't want that match to hinder his opportunity to be the number 1 quarterback in the depth chart. Right. It doesn't want it to hinder. He wants Taker. And then he also says, well, you look at it, right, Bischoff, and this is not going to make a lot of sense, Eric, but this is cool. Jarrett's initials are JJ. Ooh. Latin Lovers are LL. What letters in the middle of J and L in the alphabet? K. KK, Kid Cash. And Eric Bischoff says, you're right. Let's make it a triple threat.
Okay.
Why not, brother? Why not? Blue
Can't
Panther.
argue with that logic.
Blue Panther taking on Scotty 2 Hotty here, Chad. And Scotty 2 Hotty defeats Blue Panther in 1620 with a jumping bullfrog. Scotty 2 Hotty has his his Hollywood co-star David Arquette here, Chad, and they're celebrating the ring. And Chris Daniels, remember what happened last week where he shut off the arena lights?
Yeah.
Or he got the lights shut off on him by Scotty 2 Hotty and David Arquette. Christopher Daniels has a copy of Scream 2 in his hands.
Oh, we're gonna watch it on SmackDown.
And he says, you know what? We're not going to do that because I want to save you guys in the crowd and in the arena time. Because this right here is one of the worst movies I have ever laid my eyes on.
Oh, no. Christopher Daniels is saying that?
Yes.
Okay. I thought David Arquette was saying it for a second. I was like,
David Arquette, you are a disgrace to the word actor.
Oh, no.
This movie sucks. Everyone in it sucks. The director sucks. The production managers suck. The lighting guy sucked. Boom mic guy suck. Shut up, says David Arquette. He's on the top rope. He's like, come on, come bring it. And Scott is bringing him down. He's like, no, David. And Chris Daniels is like, no, Scotty, let him. Because if he's even half the wrestler as he is an actor, this will still be a cakewalk.
Ooh, a cakewalk.
A cakewalk.
Cakewalk.
And then we go to commercial. David Arquette fuming.
Ooh.
No one makes fun of Scream 2.
Nobody.
We move on. Don Fry's here, Chad.
Ooh.
Don Fry making his triumphant return to WWE and Eric Bischoff. Not happy that he's disrupted again, but he is happy that SmackDown's newest free agent acquisition, Don Fry, is here. And he says, you know what, Don Fry? You also have a match tonight. And I think Don Fry's match is up next.
Ooh.
I think. It's not a big match.
Watch the Fry cook.
Don't get your panties up in a bunch here,
My
Jed.
panties are not in a bunch.
It is not a big match.
Oh.
It's just a showcase match. Ooh. And he takes on Octagon.
That showcase match got an 88.
Oh, Octagon's a guy of 72. Sure. Don Fry in 88. Huge pickup for Friday Night SmackDown. That was bigger than all the Thunder main event superstars. In-ring was?
Mysterio did got better than 88.
Yeah, but the match. The
match guy did better.
Don Fry here with chokes Octagon out with a Dragon Sleeper. Oh, we move on. Shannon Moore and Tajiri. They might be fighting at the pay-per-view, but tonight, as announced on Velocity, team together.
Ooh.
See if they can put their see if they can coexist. You're right. Yeah, I should have just went with what you fucking said.
Should always go with what I say.
Ryback, are you stupid or did you hurt me on purpose? I'm stupid. I'm dumb as fuck.
I'm dumb as fuck. Was that on purpose or are you just dumb as fuck?
I'm dumb as fuck. They take on PG-13.
Nice.
Which should be the name of our channel here because we swear a lot. The former WCW World Champion and Tajiri get the win over PG-13 in 8:25 when Tajiri gets the pin over Wolfie D with a brain buster. And Chad, and you can read down below, in terms of in-ring work, Shannon Moore was head and above shoulders.
Head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah, we're not talking about shampoo. We are talking about in-ring performance here.
Don't you dare forget it either.
Yeah. We move on. The Gentlemen's Club. They're in the strip club here, John.
Interesting.
Boobs and butts.
Boobs and butts.
Used to be aplenty. But as their standard and their ranking here on SmackDown has decreased, as they've fallen down the card, so has the quality of boobs. Oh. So has the quantity of butts. As there are not a lot of ring rats around. Oh, I don't like that word. Ring rats.
Ring rats? What's a ring rat, Justin?
Those are the girls that'll just sleep with wrestlers.
Oh, no.
A lot of old wrestler interviews, they would always discuss ring rats. And it's not a cool term anymore.
Justin's microphone just got uprooted.
What in the... No, let's leave it. Just leave it. Okay. I'm talking like this for the rest of it.
Holding it up, like we're cutting a promo.
I forgot. Then my mic dropping down has ruined this segment for me. We move on. I think the Hashimoto's match is up next, Trent.
Nice. You want me to hold it while you click? Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Hold this part.
Yeah.
Thanks, Boom
Your
Mike.
hearing has fallen apart at the
The
seams.
cameraman sucks. The boom mic man sucks. We move on. It's Hashimoto taking on Kojima.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, a 90. Hashimoto got a 99?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Hashimoto defeats Kojima in 16:46 with a brain buster. And after the match, they shake hands.
Shake hands.
As out of sign of respect. Hashimoto, look at him. This is right here. And we move on. I think our main event here, Chad.
Ooh.
Our triple threat.
Triple threat match.
Latin Lover, Jeff Jarrett, and Kid Cash. And it gets an 87. Disappointment, I think. By that, good Superb Wrestling and Great Heat. Latin Lover gets the huge win here
That's huge.
over Jeff Jarrett and Kid
Latin
Cash.
Lover versus The Undertaker?
Well, John Cena also won last week. Mick
true.
Foley also won last
fair.
week. A lot of guys are showcasing why they should be number one contender.
Yeah.
That's how we end the show here, Chad. A 90.
Oh, brothers! Shawn Michaels and Devon got show of the week.
Yeah.
One more for the good guy.
For the first time all year.
Woo!
It took
Hey, whoever had that comment in the first video, suck it. We're back, baby.
5 months. I do not remember the last time you won a week.
The tides are turning.
It only took a triple threat and an injury to do it.
Devon Shawn Michaels, baby. People say Devon's not a draw.
Well, let's be honest. If not an injury that happens in the Raw main event, I think it takes it.
Doesn't matter.
So let's see if you can keep that.
Let's see if we can keep momentum going.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels will be in every main event moving forward now, as Chad will see the numbers and say, you know what, I'm gonna scumbag it.
Nah.
Yeah,
no.
Okay?
I mean, Shawn Michaels might be in the main event again, but that's because Shawn Michaels is a main eventer. Who knows?
Yeah, but Taker doesn't wrestle every week for me.
That's true, and Shawn Michaels might not wrestle every week for me either.
He will, won't
He
he?
might. Who knows? We'll have to tune in.
I
next
guess
week.
I'm over under that he is. The odds are in my
I
favor.
mean, he'll probably wrestle again, but might not be in the main event.
I'm hammering the main event Shawn Michaels right now. The odds are minus 300, but I'm hammering them right now.
We'll have to see.
Well, whoever bet on WCW this week just probably paid off their house. Because what a win. Good for Chad. I hope he's happy when I have the same energy I'm winning next week than he just had.
You win all the time. There's nothing special when you do it.
Good job, Chad. We'll
Thanks,
see.
buddy.
We'll see you next week.
Next